Cheesy the Podcast, presented by Just Cheesy Productions.
Hi there, I'm your host Fondue.
It's cheesy.
In this week's episode, we're talking all about sweet cheeses.
Sweet cheeses.
We're going to talk about Dutch cheese, Norwegian cheese, and Nepali cheese. We're talking about candy,
Yum.
chocolate, gummies, and even more.
Whoa.
We're going to learn about a brand new cheese museum, and we're going to tell a very cheesy joke.
Love jokes.
Stay tuned for episode 179, Sweet Cheeses, on Just Cheesy, the podcast. Did you know that there are actually cheeses out there that without anything extra taste kind of sweet?
Really?
Well, apparently there are. According to Rochester.thecheeselady.net, they talk about something called Romano Pradera.
Romano.
Nope, not Romano. Rumano.
Oh.
This is a Dutch Gouda-like cheese. They say it's pasteurized cow's milk cheese.
Okay.
It's sweet, salty, and butterscotchy.
Ooh.
This cheese gets matured for over 36 months.
Whoa.
And they say it develops a muted caramel color, and it has an intense sweet flavor.
Yum.
They say it can be grated like Parmesan, or it could work in chunks with cocktails.
Ooh.
The Norwegians have something they call brown cheese,
Ooh.
or brunost.
Oh.
But did you know it's actually not even cheese?
It's not?
That's right. According to a Forbes.com article, this brown cheese is made when whey,
No way.
after the milk has been curdled and strained, this whey is boiled down for hours.
No way.
And I guess the milk sugars caramelize, creating a rich, sweet fudge-like block.
Ooh.
It's then cooled, shaped, and sliced.
No way.
The most popular type in Norway, which I can't pronounce,
Huh.
combines both cow's and goat's milk for a milder flavor.
Ooh.
There's another one made entirely from cow's milk, and it's sweeter and creamier.
No way.
They say it's too sweet and tangy to be cheese, but too savory to be candy.
Ooh.
They say it also walks a fine line when it comes to health.
Really?
It contains a lot of calcium, protein, and vitamin B.
Ooh.
But they also say it has a high sugar content
Ooh.
because of the caramelization.
Ooh.
It's commonly sliced thin, and it's served on bread.
Yum.
And they say on the weekends, it's actually melted gently on warm waffles
Ooh.
and served with a spoonful of jam.
Yum.
Some people melt it into a sauce,
Ooh.
and they serve it with things like mushrooms or mashed potatoes, or even game meats like venison.
Wow.
Some people add it to a stew,
Ooh.
a Norwegian hunter's stew.
Ooh.
Sometimes it's been added to the top of apple pie.
Yum.
And they say while it may sound unlikely, it has even gained popularity in South Korea as a pizza topping.
Whoa.
Did you know that there's something called chocolate cheese?
Really?
According to cheesebox.com, there is a unique cheese. It's called chocolate cheese, of course. It's cheddar and cream cheeses mixed with cocoa and walnuts.
Whoa.
And they say it's a dessert cheese, almost like fudge.
Yum.
And speaking of fudge, Cabot Creamery actually has a recipe for cheddar cheese fudge.
Wow.
It calls for 8 ounces of cheddar,
Okay.
2 sticks of unsalted butter,
Ooh.
vanilla, a cup of instant non-fat dry milk powder,
Whoa.
a half a cup of cocoa powder, and 5 to 6 cups of powdered sugar.
Ooh.
Cabot Creamery is not a sponsor.
Nope.
But if they were, the ad would go right here. Have you ever wanted to listen to the web?
Yeah.
Well, Newsly makes that possible.
They do.
They're an all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android.
Super app.
You can listen to trending articles on the web on topics that you choose and get them read to you in a natural human voice.
What kind of topics?
Sports,
Cheese?
tech, business, science.
Cheese?
I'm sure there's even cheese.
Yay.
They even have an entire section for podcasts.
Are we there?
Of course we are.
Ooh.
It's one of my new favorite podcast apps. They even have digital radio.
Holy cow.
Just go to www.newsly.me to download it free.
Whoa.
Or use the link in the description. If you use the promo code CHEESY,
Cheesy.
that'll get you 1 month free premium subscription.
Yay. Newsly.
Now, back to the podcast. Did you know there's a couple of different cream cheese candy recipes?
Ooh.
According to ToriAvi.com, There's one that looks almost like a peanut butter cookie.
Ooh.
The author of the article suggests that this could actually be a pretty fun candy to use at Easter because you can add food coloring and make it kind of vibrant.
Ooh.
And it seems relatively simple.
Okay.
It calls for a quarter cup of unsalted butter,
Yum.
8 ounces of cream cheese,
Ooh.
4 to 5 cups of powdered sugar,
Whoa.
and food coloring.
Wow.
You melt the butter and the cheese, you add the powdered sugar, it turns into a dough, and then you can shape it like you want.
Oh, wow.
At that point, when it cools off a little bit, you add the food coloring, and they smushed it down with a fork just like you would a peanut butter cookie.
Yum.
According to SavoryExperiments.com, there is something called a merriment,
Whoa.
and it's also a cream cheese candy.
Yum.
They say some people call them bridal shower mints, or bridal
Oh.
mints, or even Christmas mints.
Whoa.
This one is a no-cook recipe, and they describe it as eating frosting off of a cake.
Nice.
This one calls for 4 ounces of cream cheese,
Okay.
vanilla, 3 cups of powdered sugar,
Okay.
1 to 2 tablespoons of heavy cream,
Yeah.
and some food coloring.
Like frosting.
Yeah, that sounds just like frosting.
Yeah.
You mix it together like you would with frosting. You put
Okay.
it in a piping bag. You
Ooh.
squeeze it out into little dollops on some parchment paper.
Ooh.
And they're so cute if you use the rosette piping
Yeah.
tip. It looks like little flowers.
Oh.
They look so good.
Yeah.
According to JapaneseSnackReviews.blogspot.com and marinfood.co.jp, there is something called cheese candy in Japan.
Ooh.
But there is actually nothing at all candy about this.
Really?
It's in a size and a package which looks just like hard candy.
Wow.
Apparently, the idea behind it is to offer up a snack so people can consume a calcium-rich product.
Whoa.
The Marin Food website has it in different flavors.
Oh.
There's plain, camembert, smoked, and almond.
Ooh, yum.
And speaking of things that aren't exactly candy, there's something called chirpy.
Oh, yeah.
According to timesofindia.indiatimes.com, the cheese is from Nepal and it
Okay.
comes in a soft and a hard version.
Really?
The soft version is used as a filling or in soup,
Yum.
and the hard version is actually the hardest cheese in the world.
Whoa.
We've talked about it a few times before.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of places in the world actually sell it as dog treats.
Really?
But humans can eat it too.
Whoa.
Here's how you eat it.
Okay.
You have to take a bite or a piece.
Okay.
And you let it sit in your mouth for about 5 to 7 minutes
Holy cow.
so that it can have enough moisture for you to begin chewing it. And they say
Whoa.
if you don't follow the steps, you may not enjoy the
Or
flavors.
break a tooth.
They say it can be chewed for quite a while and you chew it like gum.
Oh.
In fact, it can last for nearly 3 hours.
Holy cow.
The cheese is made of yak milk.
Okay.
And it's been made in Nepal in the Himalayan region for centuries.
Whoa.
And they say it can keep for a very long time, and they mean up to 20 years.
Holy cow.
You can buy it online on Malco.store.
Whoa.
And you can even buy it in dog treat form on Amazon.
Nice.
We've got another treat that has nothing to do with cheese, but it definitely has to do with candy.
Whoa.
Kraft macaroni and cheese shaped gummies.
Gummies?
That's right, I said it. Kraft mac and cheese gummies.
Wow.
CandyNation.com has a box of these bad boys,
Whoa.
and they're going for $3.95 each. We actually have a box of this very same candy,
Yeah.
and we're going to try some and show them on our Instagram page.
Oh, yeah.
It's time for my favorite segment.
This week in cheese.
Did you know the country of Turkey has opened its very first cheese museum?
They have?
This museum has only been open for 3 months of 2025, and it's already attracted 25,000 people. The
Whoa.
region, called Kars, is recognized as the world's 18th cheese route.
Whoa.
And a cheese route is a significant destination for cheese lovers.
Wow.
Visitors of the museum can learn about traditional cheesemaking techniques, and they have exhibits that feature historical tools,
Whoa.
milk churns, and production processes.
Wow.
There are quite a few different cheese routes in the world.
Yeah.
There's one in France, Italy, Switzerland, Spain, Greece, Wisconsin, California.
Wow.
There's one in the Middle East and even in India.
Whoa.
I think we should have our own.
Yeah.
We've got the Just Cheesy the Podcast cheese route
Yeah.
on our website. There's a map of all the cheese places we've visited in the United States. You should check them out.
I'm ready for a joke, Fondue.
Okay, why do sweet cheeses make good friends?
I don't know.
Because they never desert you.
Oh.
Get it? Dessert?
Yep.
Sweet cheese?
It's silly.
Oh, it is silly and a little bit cheesy. Thanks for listening to Just Cheesy the Podcast, episode 179, Sweet Cheeses.
Sweet cheeses.
Remember, we're trying to get a trend started.
Yeah.
We're using hashtag giving cheese anytime we see something silly, and we hope you're doing the same.
Go Cheesy, everybody.